The SAP Center is a multi-purpose arena that is owned by the city of San Jose, operated by the San Jose Sharks Sports and Entertainment. So we have the exclusive operating right of the building. So we do all the booking, management, maintenance of the building. But the actual owner of the building is the city of San Jose. We do 41 NHL home games, 36 AHL home games in the regular season, and then anywhere between 3 or 4 preseason games for each, and then from 0 to 16 playoff games. So hopefully more games than not. Discounting the concerts that we do, events that we do that would use our broadcast control room. This year alone, we've done 100 plus broadcast events on top of our concert schedule in the building. It's a 25-year-old building. The last time the control room was completely upgraded was about 13 years ago, with some minor upgrades 6 and 7 years ago. But what was really the driving factor was just an aging infrastructure, an aging, control room that wasn't able to produce the kind of show that we wanted. So on top of gear failing or gear being fixed constantly, that gear was outdated and we couldn't produce the show that we wanted.
The interesting piece was it's a publicly funded venue, so they budgeted over 3 fiscal cycles. The big piece was figuring out how to surgically replace the core equipment in the first year, so that then incrementally we could upgrade the other pieces in years 2 and 3 behind the process. Replacing the switcher, the router, and the sync system in year 1 allowed us to then intersperse the other pieces down the road and keep them fully functional, but add more functionality each year so they could increase their production year over year. The most unique part of this project was the multi-year phasing and working within their budget. And then as we got partway through the year, or partway through the project, marketing said, well, what if we bought a camera? Could we integrate that into the package? And the answer, of course, is yes, but we were able to do that and give them additional creative functionality they didn't have. The ability to walk the concourses, get pre-game shots, get fan shots, just to make a better presentation on the board for the fans to enjoy.
The biggest benefit is the people, and it's always going to come down to this. Someone can always sell you gear. Someone can always put gear in, but what they can't do is they can't have people in place that are available, make themselves available, but maybe they're not available, and just knowing that I have a handful of people that I can call, and if we don't have the answer, they'll get the answer for me. So it's not just to integrate the gear, here you go, send you off to the races. Now we know that throughout this process and into the future that there's always somebody there who's going to answer the phone and whose job it is to stay on top of these things and make sure that they know what the cutting edge equipment is and to offer us advice of what's the best solution moving forward.
And I became the single point of contact for the Sharks. And that's the way we Diversified like to run our projects. I'm the point contact. I am the project manager for their projects. I serve in an engineering role as well. But it's also, if I'm not the technical expertise or something, I'm that point contact to route them to the right person. And that doesn't start and stop with a project. We're really looking forward to upgrade years 2 and 3. Continue to upgrade and see how much better the presentation is to the fans and how much more engaging they can make the show at each game.
We're going to come back to the customer service aspect of it, as it's at a project like this that it's not the biggest project, it's not the smallest project, but with it, there's a lot of factors that we could have very easily said, well, okay, we didn't quite hit that mark, but we came close. And there was none of that. It was every scheduling issue that we had, every budget issue that we had, and every gear issue we had, they exceeded. They exceeded, the gear that we wanted. We got better stuff than we thought we were going to get. We did it in a faster time, and it was, up and running in a faster time. And I think we were, trained on it in a faster time. I think on all levels, they exceeded our expectations. They raised the bar. So now every time we work in Diversified, that's where it's set. And so I'm expecting it to always be great.